Hey Gemini, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our weekly reading for June 1st through the 7th. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can reach me at the link in the description box below. And I am running a sale right now for the summer solstice now through June 21st. If you're interested in a recorded reading, you can nab those for a discount. The half-hour readings are just $55, and the 1-hour readings are now $99. Let's see what's going on in the Gemini collective. You guys are walking away. You've grown complacent because what used to do it for you is no longer doing it for you in your current environment. With the Eight of Cups, it's that feeling when you're overcome by wanderlust. This sense of, I need to go explore. My happiness lies elsewhere. It's beyond, far beyond the idea of just, like, you're not just craving something new. There's a real drive and a purpose behind it. It feels important to you. What's the challenge that Gemini's working through? Yeah. The Fool is that launching into something new. It's heading in a new direction with, metaphorically, just the clothes on your back, ready to start the new chapter, feeling a sense of adventure. So there may not be much impediment toward you taking this leap of faith. Might just be up to when are you going to do it? When are you going to take that first step? Once you do, oh, that's what it is. Once you do, there's no going back. So you know that everything's going to change, and your current environment will no longer be available to you, at least not in the same way that it is now, once you take that first step. Everything in you is telling you to jump. That you'll enjoy it better, or that you're meant to, or that things will turn out better than you have it now. We'll see how the rest of the reading shapes up, but the way that I'm picking up on this energy thus far is very supportive of taking that leap. It feels, dare I say, destined. The draw, the pull that you're feeling is real. Show me Gemini's focus. What I mean by saying that it's real, clarifying that it's real, is you're not just imagining it. It's not a passing phase. It's not something that you ought to talk yourself out of. It's not frivolous. Your focus, King of Pentacles in reverse, you may feel as though you need to make a change if you ever want to be King of Pentacles energy. That could be having your finances in order, or leaving a legacy, or feeling more secure about the trappings of your life. This could also speak to a sense that you don't have the means to go on this new adventure. So you might be concerned about, how am I going to make this work? I can't afford it. Maybe it's both. I also think for some of you, and it's definitely not the case for all of you, so don't make it fit if this isn't how that energy is manifesting in your life. But for some of you, This is showing up as someone else in your environment, in your situation, who is like an anchor pulling you down, financially speaking. They may have bad financial habits. Um, you may get swept up in their whether it's overspending or impulse buys, going on extravagant trips. Um, Maybe someone is just sapping your energy and you can't work as much as long as you're closely associating with them. So for some of you, this leap of faith that you're taking is away from someone who is like a drain on your resources or your energy and impeding your ability to feel more secure financially for the long term. Yeah, this is someone has kept you sort of going in circles, so to speak. And it's not like they're trapping you or intentionally trying to cause this outcome for you. They may just be really locked in their like lower vibrational beliefs about money, and you're evolving and growing and changing, and you want to see your beliefs begin to manifest as reality in your life about finances and abundance and being worthy of more and being capable of more. This may be someone who's very locked into um, the, what's the word for this? I don't know, propaganda isn't exactly the right word, but this um, social conditioning to believe that if you're just a worker bee, you should accept your station. And rising up through the ranks is really difficult, and it's not something that you should ever really believe is possible. So you should just accept that you are where you are in life, and that's where you're going to be until you die. I think there are generations that have come through the earth previously who were born that way and believed that their whole lives and died that way. It wasn't a changeable, mutable energy like it is now. So we may even be referencing like a belief system surrounding lack mentality or finances that you were raised in, that you were like immersed in, and you have adopted it as your own belief system because of your parents' views. But you've already stopped moving in that direction or begun to pivot your life direction. You just haven't taken the final leap away from where you are now. I think it took you a little while to realize what a significant change. I'm going to choose my words here. I was about to say a significant change that was necessary, but that's not accurate. Because it's not that this change is necessary, it's more about the outcome that you're looking for. If you want the outcome, then taking your life in a new direction is necessary. And I think you've already made the pivot, but it's time to take that big leap. Knight of Pentacles in reverse in this reading is giving me this energy of quitting your job, or like it's that moment when you're at work realizing, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not going to do this anymore. I need to make a real firm plan of when I'm going to quit my job and launch my own business, or whatever your plan is to really put yourself out there in a bigger way. I do think that finances are the main instigating factor for you, but it's because of what that money can do for you. You don't want to live paycheck to paycheck, and you know that you're capable of a more abundant life. Just you have to take the steps to build that, how do I say, platform? Maybe. There's a building phase that you're heading toward that I'm sensing, where you create an origin story of your next chapter. And I don't know if this is meaningful or not, but it's spiritually, energetically feels they're really driving this point home for me. So I'll convey what I'm getting. It's kind of vague. Sorry, I just hit the mic. Sorry if that was loud. I get this sense of going to a new physical territory. So whether that's moving to a new city, a new job, moving into a new home, and then creating there's all these surrounding things surrounding you that represent buckets that money can flow into. And the universe feels primed to start feeding you money, but they can't turn on the spigot. And well, that's not exactly the right way of saying it. This is all metaphor anyway. Let's say energetically, all that energy, all that money is already flooding at you. It can't materialize and you can't receive it until you build the buckets. And that can be launching a business and creating a product that you're selling and marketing it. Taking all those steps to create a 3D reality way to receive the money. Yeah, don't get spirit wrong. There's definitely work to be done. This isn't about sitting down and a bag of cash showing up on your doorstep. Show me the higher self perspective. Ooh, clarity. The Ace of Swords in the upright is one of my favorite cards to get because as a fellow air sign, I'm a Aquarius stellium and a Gemini midheaven. So actually, you I don't know, tell me in the comments if you relate with my vibe, my sensibility. Because Gemini, being a Gemini midheaven, it's the way the public perceives me. It's Gemini qualities. Let me know. I'm curious. As a astrology-minded girly, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments what you think on that point. But this is one of my favorite energies because it represents mental clarity. And what better vibe is there in life than when you totally understand something, when it clicks, when it's just I get it. I thoroughly, inside and outside, understand this. Even just thinking about that feels so correct. It feels so right. So on the topic of this reading, you'll have clarity, you'll have certainty. The clarity will yield to certainty that you can, you'll understand what to do, how to move forward. Anything that mental blocks that you've been experiencing, those will start to fade and evaporate, transform into clarity and understanding. So if there's any missing pieces to the puzzle, expect for that information to arrive into your sphere of awareness sometime soon. I also think this has a lot to do with the sense of it being the right time to make the leap. It's a yes energetically, so it's like go time is how it feels in this context. It's going to be a fun time for you. This is real scintillating energy. Show me the near future. How does this evolve over the coming weeks for Gemini? Ooh. All right, so you take that leap of faith. You launch into something new, and the opportunities unfold for you. You might have Taurus energy in your chart as well, or you might have a Taurus in your life, because there were similar dynamics at play from a different perspective in the Taurus reading that I just finished. But for you here, we have this expansiveness opening up. And it's a little different for you because you already know, like you're primed, and it's almost like you're at that, hold on, you're at that top of the cliff top? Feels weird to say cliff top for some reason. Is there another term? If so, I'm not the wordsmith I'm meant to be as a Gemini midheaven. But you're like 1 foot off the edge already. That's what the reason I picked this back up is because I'm getting this like, the reason the Fool is showing up as a challenge for you isn't that you're afraid to take the leap. You're ready, but you may be waiting for the right time. You may be wanting to arrange things so that you're not leaving behind a chaotic mess for whomever is going to stick around where you're leaving. When you step into the near future, when you step into the domain of the near future, I'm so verbose. You will you'll see what you should leap into, where you should direct this pivot. I think you have a general sense already. This isn't like, well, I need a new job, so what field should I go into? This is more like, I want to have multiple passive streams of income, and I know 20 different ideas, but which ones should I focus on first? Which ones are going to yield me the fastest result? It's this sort of distinction that you're making. And it's not busy work that I'm picking up on. It's more, what is this? Jack of all trades. It definitely is, hold on. I'm trying to make sense of the energy that Spirit's giving me. They're giving me Jack of all trades and whack-a-mole, but with this strong overcurrent of being like high key productive in multiple avenues. So you might feel like you're racing around playing whack-a-mole. Oh, that may be how, like a little uh, comparison to how these opportunities are going to pop up for you. Since you're wanting to pursue multiple things, this could be like an opportunity popping up. All right, there's one here, and you're like, okay, I'm going to jump and do that one. And then there's one over here, and I'll work a little, put this to the side and work on this one a little bit. Multitasking to grow multiple streams of passive income is really what I think this is about for most of you. If that's not exactly it for you, it does feel like you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket anymore. You want to diversify in some sense of where your money is coming from. So you may be like staying in a career, but expanding your side business, like or launching a new side business, taking on a part-time job on the side, something like this. Okay, so why was Spirit, what's the importance that you want me to convey, Spirit, about this whack-a-mole energy? They don't want you to feel as though you're all over the place, that you're scatterbrained. It might be that way for the first little while, but that's how things are going to originate. It'd be a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there. It's so that you can, it's because there's very fertile energy to plant seeds over the coming few weeks. Definitely June 6th is a really good time to plant seeds, to start things. It's a powerful time. So, okay, hold on, there's more. What? Yep. You want them to plant seeds. Don't feel discouraged if they're a little bit all over the place, because that's the best way to start all of these things at once. Oh, and it's okay if you have to put things on the back burner and circle back to them. Other people in your life won't understand this. It may not be very supportive of your jack of all trades style. They're not going to get it. They don't have to. They'll see proof soon enough. So if you can delay anyone who's close to you in your life, let's say you have a partner, or you're married, or you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, someone who cares about you might see this as irresponsible, and they might grow concerned on your behalf. They would have good reason, right, from their perspective, to want to try and like rein you in and have you focus on one thing, especially that there are high stakes right now. What's coming through, and the reason why Spirit is really impressing this message upon me, is the degree to which you can expand is exponentially increased if you seize the opportunity to jump around and play whack-a-mole. I mean, that's like an analogy for when the opportunity pops up, grab it, plant the seed, and then it's going to go away for a little while. And then another one's going to pop up, grab it, plant the seed, let it go on the back burner for a little while. And then the time will come soon enough, not too long. If I had to ballpark it, it's like within 2 or 3 months. You'll have all of these seeds planted, and then you'll be almost like they're giving me now an analogy of like directing an orchestra. So all of those whack-a-mole moles will come back up, and you'll be able to like be the maestro, say, okay, I'm going to run these streams of income, and I'm going to run those streams of income. And you will have done all of the groundwork, like one at a time, so that you can actually be a multi-passionate, or is polymath the right word? Like, be doing a lot of things at the same time effectively. And if that's your plan and you're worried that you're crazy for thinking this, you're not. This is strong encouragement and reassurance from spirit that you're on the right track. If you only seize one opportunity, it's still going to be a good thing in your life. So also don't put too much pressure on yourself if you're not up for that whole game of whack-a-mole. Your surprise energy is everything coming together. It's the waiting period of letting things simmer in the background while you... I'm getting a lot here, and I don't know if this is going to make sense or be helpful at all. But it's like, I get the concept of you starting a file and like filling out forms and starting a file on each one of these things that you want to do. And let's give it the analogy of like wanting to start 10 different businesses. You're researching each one. You're in the research phase now, I think. What you're entering into is the phase where you actually start to enroll in whatever certifications you might need, fill out paperwork if there's any like licenses to purchase or make or create the physical expression of what you need. If there's like, you want to start a mobile bar business, you're like reaching out to people on Facebook Marketplace to buy things, and you're planning and coordinating, budgeting for, okay, I'm going to spend $200 on this bar cart, and then you're making a list of like, okay, this is the other equipment that I need for the mobile bar kit. And you might be taking an online course or be enrolled in someone's coaching program for different like of these multiple like side businesses that you want to run simultaneously. And I'm getting like having all these files laid out in front of you and getting very organized, developing your method for how am I going to run this? How am I going to plan for maintaining these things over time? That's what the energy that this is carrying. It's like the magic kismet type, everything coming together sort of energy. All of this kinetic energy of the potential is going to really start to take form, and you'll see through you creating that system how it's actually going to happen. You're going to channel some magic here. Good for you, Gemini. Let's see your hopes and fears. What are we hopeful for, and what are we afraid of? We have the Three of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck tells me that there's something you're afraid of that you might need if you let go of it. Something you would regret letting go of. This might... well, in the context that we've been discussing, this is like, I don't want to let go of my corporate job. The part where I'm just at like a cog in the wheel and I'm not the only one that the success or failure of the business is dependent upon. Sorry, I'm stuck on the fact that I just left a dangling participle. I'm a grammar nerd. Sorry. Just kicking myself for that one. I'm such a dork. This hope and fear, I think, is representing your nagging doubts about being the one who's solely responsible. Because you don't like your success being dependent upon anyone else. But there's a safety in that too. Because if you're out sick, or if you have a week or two that you have low production, if profits sag, your paycheck doesn't necessarily take a hit immediately like it does when you're an entrepreneur. So I think analyzing that concern, building in a plan for that to alleviate that concern, if at all possible, could benefit you. And otherwise, I think Spirit might be wanting to shine a spotlight on that fear so that you don't unnecessarily project that fear onto your current circumstances. Because they don't want you to hold back from what you feel and know is right. And I don't think you're going to be able to. I mean, anything's possible. But when this degree of clarity and certainty and conviction about the direction that you want to take things, this is going to feel so right. And to say the air sign, the swords, feels right, might sound silly because it's not cups, but it's to a Gemini, it's like that strong clarity, that strong mental conviction is like it's coming through like a drug, like give me more of that good stuff, give me more of that good mental clarity. Forgive the humor. It has a real unstoppable energy with it. I really like this energy for you. Okay, so let's see how this turns out. We have Death in reverse. I'm going to pull a clarifier. We have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, so there is like movement and progression and up-leveling inherent here. We might say putting the ending behind you is the reason for the reversal. There's another card that fell out. There's some sort of release, the Two of Pentacles in reverse. But I'm going to pull a couple of clarifier cards to get more specificity on this. Lovers in reverse. One last hurrah. Finishing some unfinished business, perhaps. One more ride on the mechanical horse. If you're going to be cutting ties with someone, this really alludes to going out with a bang. And I don't think that would be like one-sided. I don't think that you would connect with someone passionately and then tell them that you're leaving. And if you do, shame on you. I think this is more so both parties are aware that you would be going your separate ways, and let's go away for the weekend together and then never see each other again. So for those of you who are parting ways from someone, I think that this is a last goodbye. Oh, no more clarifiers want to come out. Maybe that's all the message that needed to come through. Let me see. Oh, Magician in reverse. Devil in reverse, and the World. I mean, the Devil in reverse definitely underscores that message that had just come through of like passionate, unfinished business getting finished. The Magician in reverse feels more like could be manipulative, not giving someone the full truth, trying to make something happen for selfish reasons. That might be the case, but the end result is the same. You're moving on, so something that it's about to be over isn't quite over. Delaying the new beginning until you can go out on a high note. Something like this. Let's see your your advice. Wow. Your advice is the Lovers in reverse. And we have the Nine of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. So you are wishing for something. This is wish fulfillment. And whether or not I'm capturing the essence of this message, well, it's definitely the message that Spirit wants to convey. So you're already headed toward it. Spirit is saying, yes, that's actually what should happen. Unless the advice is to part ways from this person. Because on a technical basis, the Lovers in reverse as advice would be don't connect with that person from the past. Or if there's someone that you know that you need to be parting ways from, do it. You'll be better off going your separate ways, making your exit. There's a split that needs to happen. So I know as I'm talking, Spirit's putting into your mind the message that is relevant for you personally. So listen to that. Listen to your own inner guidance system. Hopefully I've sort of like facilitated some important messages. Yeah, so I hope that helped. If you made it this far in the reading, thanks for hanging out with me, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Help me build the channel and hit my goal of 30,000 subscribers. I'm so close. Before I put the channel on hiatus back in 2021, I had actually hit 30,000 subscribers. And then when I went on hiatus, obviously some people are going to fall off when your channel's inactive for like 2 years. But I it's a goal of mine. I want to get back to 30K. That would be super meaningful for me. So help me hit that, and I'll see you back next week. Bye.